This is Marsha Willico here with the Unit 13 Internet Archive Screencast. I've decided to use the Library of Congress.gov site just because it works well with my topic. Before we get into my topic, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the web archiving site here. What I really like about this site is how simply it's laid out. With this site, you can go over here to Collections, and you can see that there is a list of resources available. These are in various stages of production, so they're not necessarily complete. But what's really nice about this site is that each resource, was selected by experts. So this entire website is entirely credible. What's also nice about this is that it is put under thematic units. So sometimes when we are searching out information, we don't always necessarily have the right keywords or phrases, but here's a website that puts together all of these valid resources by thematic units, so it's very user-friendly. Going back to the main site though, what I used was this general search bar up here at the top, and my topic is Emmett Till. The reason I picked this topic is because it goes along with my LibGuide topic, which was the Black Experience unit. I also have a colleague who uses the civil rights for a huge unit in one of his classes, so I'm going to access this information for him as well. So what you will see here is under the Library of Congress site is that I did a very basic search of Emmett Till. Up at the top, what I really liked about this site specifically is that it reminds me a lot of Google because there's a very simple search bar. And we know that Google's popularity stemmed from its simplicity. So I like that this website looked somewhat similar to that because that's in our comfort zone. One area that is really nice to have on this website too is right here with the formats that you can choose for what kind of resources that you want. So similar to Google, I can pick what kind of sources I want, but I like that it's right here next to my search bar. And I also have a lot of different options that I can pick. For this screencast, I'm just going to stick under the all formats so that you can see what exactly I'm able to access on my topic. So with this website, I'm able to refine my search over here on the left, and there are a variety of ways that I can do that. For example, I can look under the original formats here and find different web pages, books, films, or videos, to name a few. I can also go to the next area that I can refine and go to online formats, and I can look at the many different resources that are there. Moving down, I can also refine my search by dates. Sites and Collections refinement offers different websites, different collections, again, that are looked at by experts and put together for this resource. And there are a variety of sources there. I can also look at contributors, different subjects. Again, maybe I want to expand my search and go Emmett Till and the Civil Rights Movement. So this website gives me that opportunity to do that. And finally, I can look at different locations. So we know that Emmett Till's situation happened in the state of Mississippi. So not only do I have Mississippi information, but I can also look at the entire United States, or even looking at Washington, D.C. for the different laws that were enacted after this unfortunate situation. So that's what I really liked about this website, is that I'm able to really refine what I'm looking for. And also when I look up here in just my all format search, I really only have 201 sites or different resources to look at. Yes, that's a big number, but at the same time, if I would do a Google search, I would have pages upon pages and then have to plow through all of those to figure out what's credible. So what I'm going to do here is look under original formats, and again I can go to web pages, and there are 110 different resources available here. And then I can look at the different areas that this website has put together. So if I'm not finding what I'm looking for, which I do actually see a website right here that I think would be really good, what's really nice is that instead of using back arrows all the time, I can still go back to the area that I refined, and I can click the X by web pages, and then it takes me back to my original site, or I'm sorry, original all format search. But what I'm going to do here to show you is I'm going to go to online formats, and I'm going to go to images because I have 76 different resources that I can utilize. And here I have different pictures of Emmett Till. So again, something very simple, one click, now I just have images and I'm on the same site. Again, I can go to the X and I can move back. If I want to limit my search by the date, I can also do that by clicking the date. And now I have limited from 1900 to 1999. So as you can see, with just a few simple clicks, the site is very user-friendly.